I'm blessed to welcome on one of the top guys 2022, one of the biggest stars, obviously from Tennessee, Brian Edwards. What's going on today, my guy?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. I mean, since midnight, man, I know your phone's been blowing up. It's official time that coaches can call you. You've heard from multiple schools already. How are you dealing with this?
Yeah, since midnight, my phone's been blowing up, calls, texts. It's kind of crazy. It feels good though.
And prior to this, I mean, you already had contact. I mean, they already offered you Tennessee, Vanderbilt, others. I mean, right now that you've heard from Virginia Tech, Georgia, Seton Hall, Western Kentucky, Florida. I mean, what's it been like getting all these schools?
It's just good to hear back from all the schools that have offered me, and it's very excited for all the schools that have new interest in me as well. So it's just good, exciting, glad to have interest.
I know for a lot of guys, it was a long night. When was the first call that came in for you, the first message from a coach?
It was from Virginia Tech's assistant coach. He had I think he no he called me and then he sent some text and then like 2 minutes later the head coach called me from Virginia Tech as well.
What time would you say it was?
It was like right at 12 when he called
Hmm.
me.
That's crazy. And I mean, like I said, you heard from all the schools so far. What do you kind of like about some of the programs you heard from so far?
What I like is at Virginia Tech, he's always telling me it's the best conference, ACC.
Hmm.
I've noticed like they produce a lot of draft picks and stuff like that. And with Tennessee, I like how their coach Rick Barnes, he like stays on the guys, pushes them. He doesn't like sugarcoat anything. He always tells the truth. He just pushes them to get better and stays on guys. That's what I'm looking for. So yeah,
Kind of going off that last school, I mean, that's pretty much staying home, being a hometown kind of guy. What would that mean to you?
it will mean a lot. I'm looking forward to seeing how this recruiting goes, and maybe I go to Tennessee.
That's huge, man. And this was a big time season for you. I mean, you only being a sophomore, you get a state championship already against a guy like Kenny Chandler. But take us through the season. What was the mindset through training camp, getting ready for the season? What was the mindset obviously to win championship, and how do you approach it?
Just getting better every day, pushing my teammates as hard as they can. And what really did it was, I think our schedule, after having to play against IMG to get us prepared, and then going to DC and playing against Gonzaga and schools like Gray College, just a lot of top schools. So it really helped us out in the championship because we've already played way better teams and stuff.
Without a doubt. And I mean, you look forward to now having upperclassmen years. You already have a state championship under your belt. You have almost a 20 point per game season. What do you look to build on this now?
Just try to up the stats a little bit more and just make sure the guys that are around me are getting better while I can make myself better too.
And you talk about some of the schools you just played, and that's something that being a player of your caliber will have the opportunity to go play at a school like, per se, maybe IMG, or at least play a prep national schedule. I'm sure some might have already reached out to you. What kind of appeal does it have about potentially doing that for your senior season or even this next year?
Next year we kind of are not really, but most of the games like we playing in the it's something in DC with like IMG Mount Verde. I forgot what tournament that was called. And then we playing in the Dr. Pepper Classic. So we'll probably play Kennedy Chandler again with his new team, Sunrise.
Mm-hmm.
So we're playing the Arby's Classic as well. So it's like a lot of games. It's not a national schedule, but it's kind of close to it because we're
Yeah.
not really playing in Knoxville that much. So
And so, for maybe say your senior season or something, would that be appealing to you to possibly go to a big prep school?
I haven't really thought about that yet because my high school coach is really like building the season around me,
Mm-hmm.
like how my junior this year we were like going to play a lot of top teams. So I might just stay. Probably be the best decision.
That's awesome, man. And I mean, as you go further and further throughout this recruiting process now, there's obviously gonna be more schools that get involved, and you're gonna have a pretty much all schools wanting you. How do you kind of plan to narrow this down eventually and get to the school that you ultimately want?
I'll probably well since we couldn't have AAU this year,
Yeah.
that kind of like messed up a lot of things because I really want to commit like before the season, like sometime in August of my senior
Of the
year.
season.
I still got a long time, so I don't know yet. So
Gotcha. And so, as you said, I mean, obviously you're probably going to play with B Mays. and that would have also be a big time program along with the guys like Brian Huntley Hatfield, a lot of the guys. What would it have been like to play like that? What do you think would have changed for you as a stock rising kind of player? What would have changed for you if you could have played AAU this year?
Oh yeah, if we would have played AU, I probably would have blown up. This is really the season I was gonna blow up. I feel like just probably be top 30 maybe, being able to play. But we're supposed to be playing sometime in July, so yeah, so
That's what some guys are
um,
talking about. I mean, something's starting to get set up now where you guys might not necessarily have Under Armour, Adidas, Nike Circus set up necessarily, but you guys are still playing in some in-state tournaments. What are those kind of looking like?
yeah, I've heard about like big shots tournaments in Myrtle Beach. I think we're going to that like session. There's like 2 or 3 tournaments for that, and then like the Tip Off Classic in Atlanta, July 3rd through 5th or something like that. Yeah, I think we're playing that as well. So at least we get some games and tournaments in.
And you still obviously could have had a breakout year this past AAU season, but it could be this high school season now. For you as a player, what's the next step in your game? What have you improved on, worked on to take that next step?
I've just been improving my shot, 3 ball, a lot of mid range, getting a lot of mid range floaters, and then I like to play defense too. So I'm guarding the best player in the gym at all times, and working on a lot of stuff like strength wise and like stuff like that. Staying in shape, conditioning, and all that.
And now, before you graduate, I mean, what's some more awards personally that you want to accomplish before you move on to college?
I really don't look I really don't go after awards, but just because who I am, I'm getting awards and just how we win a lot. But I lost Mr. Basketball this year, so maybe I could try to look forward to getting that this year. Maybe Gatorade Player of Tennessee as well.
And being an elite player, you're going to have opportunities to potentially take a G League route, maybe even take a pro route if that's available. Are those two routes possibly something that you'd look into that you seriously consider?
Yes, I would consider both of those routes and works out.
Absolutely. And I mean, one of the last things before I let you go is you go back through this recruiting process, whatever route you want to take. What do you ultimately want to see from a program? What's the biggest thing you're looking for in whatever route you take?
I just in a program I want to have someone that's going to stay on me, someone that's going to push me to be better every day, someone that's just always going to be in my ear, not let me do the wrong things. I just don't want anyone just going to let me do whatever I want because then I'll get lazy, and just someone who stays on top of me, push me at all times because that's the only way I'm going to get better. Got to have someone in your ear.
Would you say that maybe a player you kind of model your game after, a guy that you kind of want to become like?
Um, it's kind of a mix between Kyrie Irving and Jason Tatum. I take
Absolutely.
stuff from both of their games and a little bit of John Morant.
No doubt. My last thing before I let you go now is, I mean, by the time you leave your high school career, what do you want your legacy to ultimately be? What do you want to remember for?
I want to be remembered for just always making my teammates better, always pushing them, being a leader, and just being the guy everybody likes.
No doubt, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you taking time to come on. Look forward to seeing what guys got in store for you, man.
Thank you. You too.
Anytime, man. Talk to you later, bro. God bless.
See you.